Get a info, I know. My people know it's MAGDOG TV, let's go. To every other city, every city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info, I know. My people know it's MAGDOG TV, let's go. Let's go.
What's good? What's good? We have Colorado versus Utah pregame chat. We're going to give everybody time to join.
Every other city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info, I know. My people know it's MAGDOG TV, let's go. To every other city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info, I know. My people know it's MAGDOG TV, let's go. Let's go.
So once again, as I said before, we have Colorado versus Utah pregame chat. For those of you that's out there, you can keep us updated. Big game this weekend. Colorado is still live in regards to the BIG12 conference. They're behind BYU. We're gonna react to Romi Bean interview with Coach Prime. You guys can chime in where you watching the live from. Dr. Amy Rucker says, let me be the first to say, shout out MAGDOG. Thank you for always keeping us in. Appreciate it. Shirley in the house. Audie says, I'm out here in Colorado. Hey, that's love right there. I'm already preparing to come out there the last home game. Some of you already know. For those of you that don't know, I plan to go to the last home game. Since it's the last time we will have Shedeur, Travis, everybody on the same team this year. But hopefully we can be around that time, can be in great position still as far as conference play. But yeah, I know you're having fun out there. Shout out to Audie. Hey, MAGDOG, what's good, Stella? Tim in the house. Old School says, greeting from Savannah, Georgia. Buffs will make a statement tomorrow, 31-14. I like that score right there. I like that score. That would be great. That would be great right there, 31-14. Patricia says, Clearwater, Florida, checking in. Hey, that's love right there, out there in Florida. Out there in Florida, man. That's dope. But like I said before, Utah's a good football team. They are without their quarterback, from my understanding. But it really don't matter who's in, who's out. Colorado still need to take this game serious, as if, whoever the starter is great. We don't know who he is, but obviously Colorado probably know who's the backup quarterback for this matchup. But I love where we at right now. I mean, we are in perfect position to make some noise. Stella says this team is ready to win and they believe. Facts. Yes, facts. So let's go ahead and get this interview thing started. Shout out to Romi Bean. I appreciate her, man, for allowing me to react to these interviews. She do a great job. So let's go ahead and get started.
Welcome into Coach Prime's playbook here with the head coach of the 7-2 Colorado Buffaloes. I don't know if you heard Joel Klatt saying they've only been 7-2 twice since he played.
That's a blessing.
So this is the third time. Quite the blessing. And what an impressive win. Let's talk about the tortillas. Everything was crazy, but a really hostile environment. But talk to me about your team's ability to thrive and stay calm. And that got pretty crazy.
It did, but it didn't.
Yeah.
We don't care about the tortillas. I already enunciated. The water bottles and the other objects, that's the things that concern us, because I don't want any of our young men getting hurt, because not all of them wear their helmets on the sideline.
Yeah, I find that really interesting when the opposing team do certain things, whether it's throwing bottles, throwing tortillas, however you pronounce it. They don't get as much hate. You know what I'm saying? Now, let that would have been Colorado fans throwing something, then we would still be hearing it right now. But it happens all around college football, so I'm not going to make it seem like it's that big of a deal. Audie says 5,000. I came out here from Charlotte for that same reason. Hey, that's love right there. That's love. I guarantee you, you probably are aware of the crowd. I'm sure it's probably crazy right now out there. Yeah, let us know how it's looking out there in Boulder. But yeah, man, I mean, that I agree with Coach Prime from a perspective of throwing the bottles. I mean, somebody can get injured. Thankfully, nobody got injured, man, because at the end of the day, it's still a game, And I mean, they need to start doing something about it if it gets out of hand. I think I saw where LSU football game, they was doing something similar.
You said you've had everything but your mama thrown at you.
Right.
What's the craziest thing you ever had thrown at you?
Probably batteries in baseball, certain things. I remember they were heckling me and throwing stuff. So, you always take a ball out in the outfield to warm up with. So I took a ball out there and I wrote "Your Mama" on it, and I threw it to the guy that was and he looked at it and he was cussing and screaming.
That's incredible.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm petty. Y'all know I'm petty.
I like it.
And I did it. I did that. I wrote "Your Mama." Yeah.
I'd love to know where that ball is now.
Nah, he probably kept it.
He probably is. Probably up on the man.
I found it very cool that Shedeur Sanders actually signed the tortilla, but I like that one with Coach Prime. Writing down "Your Mama." You know what I'm saying? Being sarcastic with the fans as well. Stella says, "Is J5 playing tomorrow?" I'm unsure. I mean, I would assume he's playing because there's no reports stating that he's out tomorrow. So, from my understanding, he's playing tomorrow. Whatever injury he dealt with last week was minor, from my understanding. So yeah, I would guess that he's definitely playing on tomorrow. If not, we probably would see Baby T.O., more Draylon Miller. I mean, we may still see a lot of them, considering that Jimmy Horn may still be banged up a little bit. So we will have to see about that one.
Your defensive line continues to just be incredible. They're swarming every single week. How have you seen this group grow week to week?
You don't want to start that going outside your gaps and doing crazy stuff just to try to be psych happy. We got to play the game. We got to attain the lead. Then we could be relentless. Then we have some coverages that allows us to get after the quarterback, and we began to be relentless as the game goes on, when we have the right score, the right timing, the right calls, and these guys are understanding patience. I just got to be patient and do my job. Let's stop this run. Let's shut them down. We're going to score on offense. Now the game is going to be, we're going to be up 7 or 14 or 10, and they're going to have to throw. Now we can pin our ears back and go.
That's great. That's great technique. I mean, that's a great strategy right there. Chris says, "Are you in Louisiana?" No, I'm in Mississippi. I like Cash. I love Cash. Cash is a great football player. You guys know he waited patient. He walked on. I didn't know he walked on. Actually, we're going to talk about Cash in this live pregame during this interview, but he waited his time, man. He's a believer of Jesus Christ. I definitely love me some Cash. I mean, he even had Hall of Fame center Jason Kelce reach out to him to let him know that he's doing great in regards to the way he's been taking on the challenge. This kid is great, man. I mean, I feel like there is an IMG pipeline as far as you have Jordan Seaton and now Cash and a few others. I think all of them from IMG. So I think that is ISG. I think that's going to be a pipeline. We're going to see a lot from that high school.
So, this is, like I said, 7-2, such a great time. Everything's right in front of you. What is your message to your players now as they truly control their own destiny?
Focus and consistency.
Yeah.
We got to stay focused, and we got to be consistent in doing the things we're capable of doing. Mari McNeil, I asked him to stand up in the morning meeting. I said, "What caused you to play the way you played?" He said, "My practice habits, my study habits, and I just focused." I say, "That's that guy that we just saw out there Saturday. That's the guy we've been waiting on. Do it again."
Yeah.
So it's little gems like that, is little thresholds like that. Some of the guys on the offensive line graded out their best this past weekend as well. And we just want to keep building. We want to just keep getting better and better as each week goes by.
I'm glad you mentioned the offensive line, because coming up next, we're going to talk to one of the budding stars on the offensive line, the Money Man. I feel like the nickname's just right there. We're going to get to know Cash Cleveland on the other side. Stick around. We'll be
Yes, it's going to be great to hear about what Cash has to say. Kobe says this game won't be close at all. Hey, I hope you're correct. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like we have a more complete team than Utah. Minus their quarterback. Utah's strength is defense, and I feel like that because they will be down their starting quarterback, we can, get away with this one. But this is not one of them games where we want to look at it as if it's not going to be close, because they did compete with BYU. BYU is top 10 in regards to the college football playoffs. If it was to start today, they will be in the playoffs. So Utah's a team that's gonna come. They're gonna come hard, man. They ain't got nothing to lose. So anytime you're playing against a team that has nothing to lose, you have to make sure you focus. If you Colorado, Chris says, I love Mississippi, man. I went to Job Courts for 2 years in Crystal Springs. Oh, that's love right there. I know all about Job Courts. Yeah, Mississippi, it's okay, man. I mean, I wouldn't say I love it, you know what I'm saying, but it's okay. What's your score prediction? My score prediction, 42 people in the room, hit the like button on your way in. We were reacting to Romi Bean's interview with Coach Prime as well as Cash Cleveland. But score prediction, I want to go with maybe 35-14, somewhere up in there. But it would not surprise me if this game is a lot closer than what we all think, because as I said before, Utah is a very good football team. I mean, what we are week. Put it like this: they have only lost by more than 10 points twice. All season, they pretty much been competing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, BYU, they lost by 1 point. They really only got beat bad like twice this year. So it kind of reminds me a lot of Colorado last year, where everybody was saying Colorado wasn't a good team, but they were still competing, believe it or not. And so Utah is the same type of team. This is a dangerous team. The most dangerous teams are the ones that have nothing to lose. Facts. Great comment right there. That's 100% sure. Is Cash the starter going forward? 100%. Yes, Cash is definitely the starter going forward. We'll go ahead and continue the video where they're speaking about that. But yeah, I mean, it's no doubt about it. Cash is definitely the man moving forward.
I ask you about Shedeur all the time, but I want to ask you something different this week. Over the last 2 years here at Colorado, how have you seen him grow?
That's a frequently asked question, and I always answer it the same. It's not about his growth; it's about our growth. Because I've been seeing the same kid for a long time, but I see the way we protect now, the way we move the pocket sometimes, the play calling, the keeping them off balance, the different level of receivers that we have. And trust me, when he's holding the ball back there, that's a problem. Something happened. We may not say what all happens, but Shedeur pre-snap read is unbelievable. He studies so darn much, and Cash could tell you that when he gets up here. But when he is holding the ball, something happened. I promise you.
Yeah. So, this is, like I said, 7-2, such a great time. Everything's right in front of you. What is your message to your players now as they truly control their own? Sitting down with Cash Cleveland, and, well, since we just saw that little bit with Shedeur, let me ask you, what's it like protecting a quarterback like Shedeur Sanders?
It's awesome, protecting a Heisman candidate, it's awesome. Snapping the ball to him, making sure he's got enough time to get the ball off, getting the play from him, making sure we're good, making sure everyone's blocked up, and seeing what he sees from behind me. So when I got the ball and I'm calling out what I call out, he's seeing the same thing and knows where he's protected from and knows where he's hot from. So doing that and us communicating together is just great.
We know what his standards are for all the players around him. Did you feel any pressure when you come in as a walk-on freshman? That Arizona game, you hadn't taken a snap with the starters in practice, Coach
Correct.
told us, which is incredible. What kind of pressure are you feeling at that moment when you're going out there?
Yes, ma'am. I don't really feel pressure because, we're always taught to be ready at any time. So I'm always prepared. And, I studied a lot of film coming into that week, not knowing if I'm playing or not, just in case my number does get called. Because right as it got called, I was prepared instantly.
Hey, that's love, man. That's love right there. Cash speaking facts, man. Just staying ready, He didn't complain, didn't go to social media, crying. He just stayed in his playbook, trusted God, and he got his opportunity. Let's see, we have any comments. Stella says, if CU plays complete game from start to finish, they will dominate. Let's go offense, defense, and special teams. What are your thoughts about Coach Prime chance of winning Coach of the Year and Travis winning the Heisman? Hey, in my opinion, I feel like Coach Prime is definitely Coach of the Year. The reason why I feel like that because he took a team that was 1-11, completely stripped the entire roster. I'm talking about only 2 or 3 players stayed, and I mean he pretty much formed a football team. I mean that's very hard to do, especially in this era of the transfer portal. Now he has this team, and I mean, only this is second year, and they are in position to make it to the BIG12 Conference Championship. I mean, only in his second year, along with you say Travis Hunter winning the Heisman. I feel like Travis he should win the Heisman 1,000%. I know a lot of people have Ashton Genty as the Heisman. Him it's going to come down between him and the Ashton Genty, but I feel like when you think about what Travis Hunter has done, I mean, it's a no-brainer. He's the best player in college football. The fact that he can go both ways, he barely take breaks. I mean, I've never seen a football player to play both ways and never get off the football field in a football game. Besides field goals. So I mean, hands down, Travis Hunter is the best player in football. CU should win this game going away, but they better play some ball. Always remember the best teams don't always win. Facts. That's 100% true. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Facts. Yeah, I agree with y'all on that. So let's keep it going.
And I just went in there and did my thing.
Cash, why did you choose us?
I chose y'all because I believe in Coach Prime's message and what he's trying to do here.
I ain't asked you so you could
No, that's my honest truth. I believe in what Coach Prime's trying to do here and what he's trying to build, and having a head coach that believes in the same beliefs that I believe. We both have a strong faith, and we believe in our Lord and Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, and sharing that with him and knowing that he's a strong man of God and we have that connection. And going out there on the field, I feel no worry. I know his sons are men of God too, so I know I got to protect him, make sure he gets the ball off in time.
When you first saw a window of opportunity that, you know what, I could possibly play, because, we had a guy that shut it down, that tapped out, that quit,
Yes,
and now that bumps you up.
Yes, sir.
And you start saying, you know what, I can do this.
Yes, sir.
When did it become real?
It's so surreal because I would hit my knees every night and pray to God that if I get the opportunity, if the opportunity ever presented itself, I would take full advantage of it.
Hey, that's love right there. And that player they're talking about that quit was Yakiri Walker. I mean, when he left, hey, it was next man up. And then there you go, Cash Cleveland took the job and did better, in my opinion. The fact that he's able to study, he know what's coming, he communicate with the offensive line. This is a very good football team. This is a complete unit, in my opinion, in regards to this football team, man. And Cash, to be a true freshman, him and Jordan Seaton, both of those guys are freshmen. I mean, I can imagine what they about to build in Colorado because, like I said before, you have that pipeline between IMG and Colorado. So it wouldn't surprise me any bit if we continually see more and more offensive linemen coming from that school.
So right as my number got called, I was like, this is my time. God called me to do this, and my purpose is playing the game of football, but I always want to spread the word of God because that's who I am as a person.
You do a good job of that.
Yes,
That's
sir.
beautiful. And, of course, you also have a relationship with Jordan Seaton. You played with him over at IMG.
Yes, ma'am.
Curious, did he have any influence in you coming to Colorado? What was that? Any of that?
Yeah, I mean, coming out of high school, I didn't really have a lot of looks. I was overlooked because I'm a small offensive lineman, but, it's all about leverage and getting to the perfect angle, perfect point, and I feel like I do a great job of that, and he's always told me just stay prepared, keep doing what I'm doing, and be ready when my number's called, so that's what I've been doing.
The best thing about this team, we don't care, and he could attest to this. If you're a 4-star, 5-star, 3-star, no star, if you can play, you're going to play. Isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
If you can play, you're going to play. So that's resounding noise and not just chatter to young men out there that wants to be a part of this program. If you could play, you're going to play.
And this is why I say any player, if you feel like you have what it takes, Coach Prime just basically just told you, hey, come to Colorado. Whether you're a 5-star, 4-star, 2-star, 1-star, none of that stuff matters. And I mean, it clearly shows. Look at Charlie Offerdahl. I mean, at the end of the day, whether he's playing or not, he still had that opportunity to start for this football team. You know what I'm saying? Now you have Jordan, a freshman. You got this kid right here, walk on. I mean, there's opportunities in Boulder. I mean, where else would you rather be than to play for somebody like Coach Prime? You're getting all the attention, and I feel like you're a better chance to play would be in Colorado right now. But in the future, it's going to get harder and harder because you're going to start seeing a lot of these top dogs, 5-stars, going to go and play for Colorado. So, but I mean, as of right now, as you see, though, like I said, if you good, you're going to play. I mean, that clearly is what Coach Prime just stated. Did Cash take Hank's spot because the second in line tapped out? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Cash took his spot 1,000%. And then Yakiri ended up quitting. So, I mean, when you had all that going on, Cash just stayed patient and this opportunity came. But we have Hall of Fame. I'm an Eagles fan, you know what I'm saying? And I love me some Jason Kelce, man. I hated when he retired last year, but he actually spoke out about Cash Cleveland. And I'm going to play this video clip so let you guys hear it. But it goes to show you that you never know who watching. I mean, Cash Cleveland went from walk on, waiting patiently, having faith, you know what I'm saying, and then getting this opportunity to start and didn't even know that the Hall of Famer, best center to ever play the game, had a message for him. Take a listen.
I don't give a darn where you from, what's the star is, because once you come here, all the stars are gone. We don't care about that.
Right.
You got to show up and show out on the field.
Well, one thing that's pretty cool that's been circulating around the internet is that a future Hall of Fame center gave you a little message, Cash. Let's play it in case you guys haven't heard this one yet.
Cash, where'd you play in center? Just want to say from one center to another, best of luck, stay low, and more importantly, hungry dogs run faster. Outwork 'em, baby. Hungry dogs run faster!
I absolutely love it. What does that mean to you when Jason Kelce is giving you some advice there?
It's awesome. You know, getting that shout out from him means a lot because he's one of the best centers to ever play the game of football. So seeing that, it's a lot of motivation. Makes you just want to do more and take the extra step of becoming a better offensive lineman.
That's incredible. And you were saying, look, it doesn't matter what star you are.
Yeah.
If you can play, you can play. And boy, can you play. You allowed one pressure in that Texas Tech game. How are you so ready for such a big stage with everything we talked about leading up to you to this point?
Coach Prom, he tells us watch film. We got to have a standard that we hold that you got to have so many hours of film watch. So I try to go above and beyond that standard and watch as many hours as I can. Every off time I have, that's what I'm doing. I'm studying the defense, seeing what they're doing. One thing I noticed about Texas Tech is that every time they were in cover one, they were bringing pressure. So that's something I noticed I communicated to the guys out there. So just little things like that when I'm out there, I'm like, I've watched this on film. I know what's coming. So communicating that to the guys, making sure we're on the same page and making sure Tu's protected because when he's protected, we're the most deadly offense in the nation.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on all your success to this point. We can't wait to see the future because we know it's very, very bright.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Cash,
you.
thanks so much for joining us.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
I want to meet Mom and them this week.
I got you, Coach.
All right.
All right, and we are going to take a break. On the other side, we are going to preview Utah. We'll be right back.
Stella says, that's cool. Janie says, wow, thanks for the update. Yeah, anytime. Yeah, I mean, it is cool. Like I said before, that journey of having, a coach that's not going to play favorites, because I come from a actual background where a lot of times coaches play favorites. They hate to see walk-ons outperform guys that's on scholarships, and one of the reasons why is because they're paying for that player to come to that school, but when you are a walk-on, you pretty much having to start from the bottom. You're coming out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, but you're showing the coaches and everybody that recruited that they made a mistake, so a lot of times you have coaches that do not like for walk-ons to get shines, but man, Coach Prime don't care about that. He has built this football team as if it's a professional team, man. This is an NFL type of team, the way Coach Prime building it. So let's talk about Utah. I feel like, as I said before, this is going to be a very good game. Utah is a football team that Colorado cannot take lightly. So we have some very interesting statistics in regards to Utah. So let's take a listen.
It's going to be an exciting game Saturday morning, 10 a.m., taking on the Utah Utes, who are having a little bit of an interesting season, coming off an absolutely devastating loss. They lost by 1 point to BYU in a frenzied finish. But this is a team that, let's take a look at them. Their defense is no joke. They lead the nation in third down defense, lead the Big 12 in points allowed. They, of course, were picked to win the Big 12 in the preseason poll. And head coach Kyle Whittingham feeling a little uncomfortable playing in November with not a lot to play for, not what he's used to.
It's been one of the most the most frustrating season of my career. And to see how they've handled themselves and continue to compete and fight has been awesome to see that happen. The year hasn't turned out anything like we hoped it would or we're expecting, but they've continued to stay in the fight.
So like I said before, this is a team that's going to stay in the fight regardless whether they in or not. This was a team that was picked to win this conference, and I can see why when you look at this team from top to bottom. This is a good team. You know what I'm saying? Great coach. And like I said before, man, we got to come out like strong. We can't come out playing great second half football, but not first half football. This is a team that's going to come out ready to go. And I'm going to let you guys hear what Coach Prime had to say. I think he agreed with me a little bit, may disagreed. I don't know. I'm going to see.
Well, as Coach Whittingham says there, I mean, it hasn't turned out how they thought it would, but they've lost the last 3 games by a combined 10 points. Like, they're so close.
Yeah.
How disciplined do you have to be against a team like that?
They're not going to beat themselves.
Yeah.
They're one of the least penalized teams in the Big 12, and he is still, to me, a coaching genius. He is the guy, to me, that you aspire to be as well, because he's been so consistent for so many years and he has a great staff. Their woes has been quarterback play. They have a couple of quarterbacks that have been banged up and they had gotten consistency from that position. But other than that, defensively and certain things they do is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. They're still a team that you've got to deal with. They would not beat themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to talk about them defensively specifically. When you look at that, what do you see on tape from these guys?
They get after it. They play a lot of man, which we love. I mean, because we got some good receivers that can get the job done, and we got a quarterback that can flat out spin it. But they're going to bring pressure because they could play man on the other end of that.
Yeah, they play a lot of man. They play a lot of man coverage. Stella says, Coach Prime says study and prepare so Cash is listening, and that's why he's playing. Definitely got the IQ. Hopefully Cash dedication to film work rubs off. Yeah, I think it will. I mean, he has everything from the dedication, motivation, having Jason Kelce, reaching out to you. I think that's enough motivation in itself, considering, all the great things that Jason Kelce has done. I mean, it's right in front of him. Shout out to Protect Your Peace, man. Been rocking the badge from the beginning of the season to now. Happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday, man. One day away before the showdown. We have an early showdown. I'm not sure if I like it because it's the first time we're playing very early. I just hope the team is going to be very prepared, which I know the coach is going to make sure they're ready to go, man. But I'm not sure if I like how early it is. I wish it was maybe like 3 o'clock, or even late. I like 8 o'clock games too, man. But I'm not sure if I like that early game. But it is what it is. We still have to come out ready to go.
And it's going to be a task. I mean, I'm sure our game plan is going to be specific, and theirs as well. But we love how we feel defensively versus their offense as well. We like that matchup tremendously.
Which it feels like it has been a great matchup all season long with your defense. One thing that you said after the Texas Tech game, you didn't love how you guys finished.
Right.
So how do you work it and fix that for this week?
Well, like today, I think one of the last plays at practice, we didn't have 11 getting to the ball. We stopped, did it over. We didn't have 11 to the ball. We stopped and did it over. We didn't have 11 to the ball. So we did it over until we got 11 to the ball. Because one thing that we got to do is finish. We got to finish plays. We can't do things. We can't do that. We showed them all the statistics of the penalties that we're getting as well, and we can't do stuff. We can't taunt. We can't do nothing because they can do it, but we can't. We're going to get flagged. We're going to get penalized.
That's true, man. We can't celebrate. We can't throw the deuces up. there's a lot of things that we can't do, but other teams can. They can throw deuces, they can celebrate, they can do the guns. I mean, they can do whatever they want to do, but Colorado can't, and we know why. You know what I'm saying? We know why. She says, Coach Prime was happy about the time. Okay. What time is the game? The game is, for me, it's 12 p.m. Eastern. It's 12 p.m. Eastern. So it's like 11 o'clock Central Time. But you can just Google it and it'll come up. We got the win. Nervous though? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm nervous about this one, but I do feel like we're gonna get it done. Buffs practice early. They should be ready for the challenge. Yeah, that's true. Dr. Shell says, I feel as though this CU is ready. They are playing together in the second half. They have to play strong the entire game, as Utah will come to play. They will not be played lightly. Hey, that's 100% true right there, Dr. Cheryl. Yeah, this team is going to play a full 60 minutes. They're going to play hard. They're going to run to the ball. They're not going to make a lot of mistakes. I agree with you. What's going on, Selma? Selma in the house, always showing love. Yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready to go, man, for the game on tomorrow.
We're going to get certain calls, and we're not blaming the officials by any means, but you know who we are. We know how we roll.
Yeah. How hard is that for these guys? I mean, it is the heat of the moment, to remember to not do that.
But we've taught against that kind of stuff. So we've tutored them against that kind of foolishness every single day.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a sack, don't touch the quarterback. You have a sack, I understand, but if he does not have the ball, don't touch him.
Yeah. Just leave him alone. That's
Leave him
simple.
alone. And we can't be upset with it because Shedeur got a few calls that we needed. So it goes both ways.
Which is why I say, man, Coach Prime, he makes sure these guys is prepared, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a great game, man. I just wanted to kind of react to this interview with Romi Bean and Coach Prime. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We have a few more slides, and we'll get on up out of here.
Just get.
Right.
Well, you got hands at least, right?
Right.
That's good.
Yeah. Don't give me your baby. I don't want that.
Okay, well, let's continue. Well, we're going to have to find something funny for you to sign one of these days. But the tortilla is an all-timer. That's got to go in the Hall of Fame.
That was a good one.
Of things.
They hit us with enough of them.
Oh, enough of them, right. I love it. I love that move. All right, that'll do it for Coach Prime's Playbook. Coach, a privilege as always. Thank you so much. And we talked about the tortillas, but I think an all-time move from Shedeur is he signed one of those tortillas. This is probably one of the best things I've ever seen. But it got me thinking, what is the weirdest thing, PG version, that you have ever signed?
I'm glad you said that. No, I wouldn't have gone there. I don't sign those. I'm really just straight laced. Like, I don't sign other players' jerseys.
Okay.
I only sign my stuff, and I don't sign people's body, like arms, and I don't know, your back. I can't do stuff like that. And I don't even write when people have like a jersey on. I can't do that because it's like I'm signing them, and
Yeah.
I don't feel right about that stuff. So I'm a square when it comes to signing stuff.
So nobody's ever asked you to sign their baby?
No.
Oh.
No,
like
they've
that
asked me
happens
to take a picture of their baby, and I said I got 5.
You're good.
I'm good.
You don't need one.
Yeah, I don't need.
Anyone ever try hand you your baby while
Yep.
you're on the field?
And I hand them right back.
Just get.
Right.
Hey, man, Romi Bean she's great at what she do, man. Few more comments, and we get on up out of here. The guys have to play smart because the referees will call everything on CU. Yes. Whether they are at home or away, the referees still will call against Colorado. I've seen that numerous of times, and it is not going to change any bit. Oh, my man Dennis in the house, man. Shout out to Dennis. Dennis says, I went to Shedeur interview last night at the Nike store. He predicted a Big 12 championship. Hey, I like it. I like the confidence. I love it's possible. I mean, this team definitely can win a Big 12 conference championship 100%. They control it. And it starts with Shedeur, and the rest of the guys to get it done. Buffs need to hit hard in the first quarter, take their confidence away, take their heart away right away. I agree. If the Buffs can go ahead and, put this team away early, then we shouldn't have no problems in regards to this game. Shout out to Protect Your Peace. Appreciate you for the the super chat. That means a lot to me, 100%. But that's pretty much it. Just want to go over this interview with you guys as we do every week. Very excited, man. We will be here tomorrow post game. As Colorado take down Utah as they continually chase the Big 12 conference championship. Appreciate you guys for chiming in, man. 48 people in the room. Hit the like button on your way out. Until next time.
Just get,
Right.
well, you got hands at least, right?
Right.
That's good.
Yeah. Don't give me your baby. I don't want that.
Okay, well, let's continue. Well, we're going to have to find something funny for you to sign one of these days. But the tortilla is an all-timer. That's got to go in the Hall of Fame.
That was a good one.
Of things.
They hit us with enough of them.
Oh, enough of them, right. I love it. I love that move. All right, that'll do it for Coach Prime's Playbook. Coach, if